Ooh! Hey boo! Welcome back to my channel! I guess what I heard was true. Yeah, about you. Girl, the people done been saying that you've been around here researching information about getting your nipples pierced. And if that's the case, boo, you in the right place. In today's video, your girl is going to share her experience when I finally worked up enough nerve to go get these nips pierced. I feel like the first question is going to be, what the hell made you do some like that, Kira? Truth be told, I have been wanting to do this for a very long time. I mean, like about 2 birthdays ago, I've always said on my birthday that I was gonna go get my nips done. And it just never worked out, child. Just the thought of it gave me so much anxiety, child. I started sweating, started getting nervous, child. And so I will back out. Now you're probably wondering, like, so what made you do it then? How you finally got the nerve to do it? Girl, I just did it, like Nike. Long story short, I was out late night with my homegirl. We done had a few shots, child. We had them been throwing them back, okay. Sis had done just busted out and said, girl, let's go get them nipples done tonight. I stopped, just how I just did. I literally stopped, honey. You would have thought I seen a ghost. I just froze. Called me the statue. Jumped in the car, got to the tattoo shop. What will happen when you get to the tattoo shop and you're going for a piercing or this particular piercing? Well, since you're gonna walk up to the counter, they gonna greet you, you gonna greet them back. You're gonna have to fill out this form, this paper that says XYZ, and it's basically like you're signing your life away. Make sure you read through that thing. They gonna want your ID to be sure you of age, and then they gonna discuss jewelry with you. You gonna make the payment, and then you just gonna wait for your piercer to come out and get you. To be honest, that was the longest 10-minute wait ever. I was nervous, child. I was nervous. I think I was just as nervous as I was when I got my tongue pierced. He came and got us. He called us to the back. And girl, it was go time. So my homegirl was like, she gonna go first because if she don't, she probably not gonna go. She know me. Of course, you gotta remove your shirt. Your piercer will then place markings on where your jewelry will be or where they will pierce you at. Then they will tell you to go look in the mirror. Now, child, when I went to the mirror, honey, I ain't see the damn markings. Okay, when you dealing with the chocolate areolas and the chocolate nips and all that, honey, you ain't gonna be able to see them dots. So I just acted like I seen them, and I even told him, I'm like, well, I don't see nothing, but honey, you the professional, so you know where it go. I laid down on like this little chair that they have, and at that time he would start going over like the care instructions. He started telling me about the jewelry, if I wanted the short one versus the longer one for swelling, which I did go with. He tells you the little breathing technique. I think it's the breathe in or breathe out. Is it breathe out? Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Just ask him. Just ask him. And he says, let me know when you're ready. I told that man, look, if you wait around on me, we're going to be here all night long. I finally worked up enough nerve to say, I'm ready. And he did the first one. Did it hurt? I think that's the first thing everybody asks me once they realize that I went and got this done. Did it hurt? You right. And that's almost like asking somebody who had a baby, did it hurt? That's almost like you stumping your toe or running your foot over with the car and you asking them, did it hurt? That's almost like getting slapped out of, like Will Smith did Chris Rock, and asking him, did it hurt? You right. It hurted, sis. It hurted. I do feel like I have a really high tolerance when it comes to pain. I do believe that. I really do. If you are like very micro when it comes to pain, honey, it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt regardless, okay? But I'm just saying, like, if you one of them ones that everything is painful to you, honey, every little thing just hurts, and oh, you so dramatic and you just go to carrying on, honey, it's gonna hurt like hell. Okay? If I had to rate how painful it was, I would say, maybe about a 7 out of 10. It does hurt. It definitely, maybe an 8, child. Let me stop playing. Okay, all right. I see how you look at. Okay, an 8.5. You just calling me out. What really bothered me the most was that it goes through that meat, and you know, you get that first, and it didn't have to go through the second time. You know what I'm saying? It's not like when you get your ears pierced and it's just boom and it just go through. You got to go through one end to go through the other end. You following me? Not to mention, you got to do it a second time because you got 2 nips, child. The man told us so many stories about how people acted when they be there. He even talked about stories of people only going to get one done at a time. They couldn't make it with the other. How you walk around with just one? Just one nip done, child. Just one. How you do that? And it was time for me to get the other one done. I wasn't ready. I feel like the second time it hurt it worse. But nonetheless, I did it. I was so proud of me because I conquered my fears and I did that thing. And you can do it too. Care instructions. I was told that I should use antibacterial soap, the yellow one, the gold spray right here. I was advised to buy basically a sterile saline solution, 5 mist wound wash piercing aftercare. And it just kind of squirt. You see how it has like the little tip and it just squirts out like that, honey? Well, actually just bursts out like that. I normally use this twice a day, when I took a shower during the morning time and when I took a shower in the evening. And sometimes, I ain't gonna lie, sis, when I felt it like a little tender, I would just go in and like spray it up. I still do that. Go in and spray it up. And for me, I don't know if it's a mindset thing. It really gives it a little relief as far as the pain. I was advised to not touch it as much as possible. Do not put your hands on it. Only time you really touch it or even come in contact with it is when you're in the shower. I tend to just do a little pumps because I have the pump one and like kind of let it get around. Let the water run, let the suds run through. And then when I get out the shower, hit them with a little. That's it. All that home remedy stuff, all that stuff you done Google, do not do. Follow what your piercer told you to do, sis. I was advised that you shouldn't do no swimming, no type of oral contact with the boobs. I was told that it takes at least a year to fully heal. It heals from the inside out. I do notice here and there with the healing process, you see a little crust. I call it crust, but it's like the little white crevices around the sides or something like that. But like I said, once I use my little dial soap, let the water run through and then spray this up, it just disappears, honey. I did not bleed at all. I did not get any type of bodily fluids running and gooing and ooking out or anything. I didn't have that thing. Oh, child. You know how they always say you gonna feel it the next day? Matter of fact, the next few days, maybe a week or so, to be honest. Everything felt so heavy, and I don't advise you to get these things done when it's about that time of the month, child, because you know they become very sensitive at that point, so don't do it, child. They was very tender. Girl, I was guarding them things like this, like, ooh, ooh, ooh. Girl, don't come too close. Don't come too close. You know them kids, they like to play around. Had to be giving hugs like this. Extended hugs, honey. At night, when we went out, it was a little cool. And the man said that when your nipples get hard, you're going to feel it also. And he was not lying. When it got hard, it just felt so funny and, ooh. Child, I ain't like that feeling. I just took some Tylenol. This lasted for about, I'm gonna say a week and a half. I just personally feel like the pain was not the worst pain in the world, but it was not painless. Don't let nobody tell you that it don't hurt, because they a lie. You know, some people literally like that pain anyway. They like that pain. If you into that, you probably wouldn't even mind, child. If that's your cup of tea, that BDSM, wearing the little clips on your girl. Let me keep it PG. Let me keep it PG. During my healing processes, I did not wear bras. Well, to be honest with you, I don't wear much of bras anyway. I realized that going braless really helped me, honey. Not wearing nothing, just letting the girls lay there. You know, even if they down to the stomach, chat. It just felt so good to just be free. As far as jewelry size, I did tell them that I wanted it to be a little bit bigger because they showed me a smaller one. I don't know if mine is as big because it don't look it unless my nipples that damn long or that damn wide. I believe I told them I wanted the longer one so that it could be able to have room for swelling, which it did a little. I was informed and reinformed and then reinformed that this particular piercing tends to close up like this, the blink of an eye. So if you don't want to have to go back through that little trauma, child, it would be good for you to just leave it alone. You shouldn't be touching it no way, but don't be trying to get fancy and, you know, changing it out and all of this stuff. Don't do it. Don't do it to yourself. One thing I have noticed, and I'm going to say that when it is that time of the month, child, they do get a little sensitive, very sensitive, and then it hurts. And it starts feeling like how it felt those first few days. For me, that's what I've experienced. And it wasn't every monthly. It's only been one. My most recent, it was like, oh. Why? Why are we acting like we done had this for over a month or two now? Because if you don't push out a whole human being, or if you done went through a whole C-section and that healing process, you can most definitely get this. And I'm comparing it to that because most people got kids. I'm here to motivate you to go do that damn thing, okay? If that's something that you've been wanting to do, sis, then why the hell not? Do it. Do it. That's what you want to do, honey. I'm with it. Do what makes you happy. If you have gotten this piercing, go ahead and let me know down here how it went for you. And if you got another type of piercing, honey, well, let me know. What piercing do you have? And if you didn't get this one, but you want to get it, girl, come on and talk to me down there in them comments. If you're new here, make sure before you go to subscribe, honey, because I know you felt them good vibes. And before you go, boo, please help your girl out. Put me on the YouTube algorithm by thumbsing this video up and commenting down below. I want to thank you so very much for taking the time out to watch my video. Until next time, later.